I'm Adam from the Army Painter, and today we're going to share with you some tips and tricks on how to best use our color primer sprays. Our color primer sprays are available in 22 colors using the same high quality, heavy pigments that you can find in our 100% matching bottled paints from our War Paints range. When picking which color primer is right for your project, you simply want to use the most dominant color from your army. If you're painting a massive horde of zombies, necrotic flesh would be great, for example. Or if you're painting a battalion of World War II soldiers, Army Green would be an obvious choice. All of the instructions for how to best use our color primer sprays can be found printed on each can. On to the tips. Tip number 1, you're going to want to shake that can. We recommend to shake it for at least 30 to 90 seconds to ensure that all of those heavy pigments are atomized inside the can. Tip number 2, you're going to want to spray in a well-ventilated area, somewhere like an open garage or outside. You're also going to want to pick a day where you have good weather. When I say good weather, you want a day that's not too hot or too humid, too cold or too damp. If it's too hot or too humid, what could end up happening is that the acrylic pigments can actually dry before they reach the model, leaving a dusty surface, and you don't want that. And if it's too wet or too damp, on the other hand, you could have miscolored pigments, and that's certainly not ideal. When opening the lid, be sure to use a flathead screwdriver. Insert it into the slot and twist. Then you can work off the lid without fear of breaking the nozzle. Tip number 5, we always recommend spraying on a test model first. When you're ready to begin spraying, you'll want to do so at a distance of no less than 20 centimeters or 7 inches. In fact, you'll likely want to spray closer to the model than other brands of primers because our primers use actual acrylic pigments as opposed to resin. You want to ensure that those acrylic pigments don't dry before they reach the model. Our acrylic pigments not only provide better coverage, but they also make our color primers a true 2-in-1 prime and base coat. You want to begin by spraying away from the miniature, then apply coverage in a fluid side-to-side motion. Here's a pro tip. When you're painting mounted models, you can save even more time by spraying the bike or horse separately from its rider. In our final tips, you'll want to clean the nozzle of your can. Simply turn the can upside down and empty the nozzle until you can hear and see the pigment is done spraying. This will ensure you'll have smooth, even spraying when it's your next time to prime. Now that you've color primed your model, you can begin basing in all of the other parts of the model, like the skin, belts, and all of the metal bits on it. As you can see, the color primer sprays play an important part in the Army Painter spray paint dip done technique. And if you followed along to all of the tips today, you're sure to get your models painted faster and get you more time for gaming.